right, thanks everybody for coming on to another episode of the Swell. Here I am today with our CTO James Higbee, who's been part of our own growth and success here at McGraw. He's been with us now. It's almost 5 years now, right, James?
Yeah, 5 years come January.
Yeah. So, James, you've kind of been through a lot of the processes of McGraw growing and scaling. You know, a couple of different changes within the company. We've tried a lot of different things in our journey of growth and scaling. You've been an integral part of that, so I thought it would be a really good idea to get you on the Swell to talk to our audience and people that are following us out there about our own journey, about, you know, at least in the last 5 years. I mean, we've been around since 2009, and but you know, a lot of our growth, especially from a technology standpoint, has really happened since you've been here as part of the company as our CTO, and you know, you've kind of been part of that from where we started as bootstrapping, Frankenstein-like tech stacks to where we are today. Really the refinement of our whole processes with our sales and marketing automation and the use of HubSpot. And I know that you're drinking the Kool-Aid with me when it comes to HubSpot and you know, having a really refined sales and marketing process as well as operations, you know, and using everything that HubSpot has to offer. So I don't know, maybe just give us a little bit of quick introduction about, you know, your journey with us here, you know, what you've seen, you know, just give you the floor.
So over the last few years, it's probably been one of the most amazing things to witness is the rapid growth that we've really experienced. I remember when I first started out for you, we were sharing an office with another company. It was you and me and a few other people. You know, now we've grown to where we have multiple offices, Jacksonville, St. Augustine. You know, we have a lot of other people working with us. Our growth has been probably 1,000-fold over the last 5 years. You know, I think it was cool that we originally really focused on lead generation, primarily in the real estate space, which is how you and I originally connected, was our passion over real estate.
Right, yeah.
You know, and then we were always doing the data stuff. I'm from the day that I came on, you know, doing data analytics, helping companies grow their sales organizations, you know, helping anyone get more sales, bringing more revenue.
That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. Helping them swell. Yeah. Helping them catch the swell.
Right.
You know, and then...
Grow.
Yeah, 100%.
Grow or die.
Yeah, right? And then, like you said, we were doing all these Frankenstein things where we had this platform that was doing responses, this platform that was bringing in the leads, this platform to build the creative, and then underneath HubSpot and other platforms, accounting, you know, reporting, all that. HubSpot just brought all into one place to where we were really able to get this amazing 30,000-foot overview of everything inside the company.
Yeah, I mean, I live and breathe by those dashboards. Without those today, it'd be really hard for us to really run the way we're running.
I remember the calls getting this thing set up, and that was a lot of work. It's really transformed how we've been able to do business, that we were able to see this is where we're lacking, this is where we need to go, this is what we need to focus our efforts on. These clients are the ones that we need to be nurturing more, these clients are the ones that we can drip on. It really just gave us the ability to see the strategy before we really realized what we need to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, you know, going back to the Frankenstein, using Zaps and a zillion different Zaps with Zapier and trying to tie these things together, it was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were creating something that was, you know, really helping us drive business, but at the same time was a ton of work. Yeah, a lot more work for me today. But, I mean, enough about that. I mean, like, we all agree HubSpot's been great for the company. I don't even know what you're doing anymore. I don't even know if you have any really work going on at this point, because I mean, it's all doing it for you. Are you still working?
Oh, absolutely. I am working so hard.
You better be. You better still be working.
Absolutely.
Now, hopefully you're working harder. I mean, smarter, not harder. And
that's the thing. It really is just being able to work smarter, being able to, you know, see all of my daily tasks right in front of me. As you know, when I first came on, to say I was disorganized, probably putting it nicely. HubSpot made it where I have organization of someone who's had OCD their entire life. And I know exactly what I need to do, when I need to do it, at what times, and if I'm not doing it, I'm getting a constant reminder until I'm on it.
Yeah, it's a great tool. We really love it. You know, from our birth, really coming out of the, you know, call center industry is how we really got our start. You know, working with our own call centers and other call centers, helping them to find efficiencies with both data and different platforms, going from that into, you know, lead generation, really helping a lot of different companies generate leads, you know, being a little bit more agnostic to the platforms that were used, we're just trying to find solutions at that moment and like recreating the wheel over and over again to where we are today, where unfortunately, folks, if you're not on HubSpot, we're probably not going to work with you. So not that we don't care about you or want you to grow. We do. We want everybody to have success and have growth, but we are 100% drinking the Kool-Aid and certain that HubSpot is the best tool when you're looking to automate your sales and marketing and grow your business. And that's why we have 100% committed to that. Now, there are certain applications, obviously, in our call center operations, for call platforms and everything, that there are other pieces of software that we both use with native and custom integrations in the HubSpot, and which you've been a big part of helping put those together as well, and then bringing in AI and other things. So it's not like HubSpot is the only tool, but HubSpot, just as a name, it's the hub. It is the heart of the business and really where the center of our tech stack comes from. Right. And luckily, that being a $2 billion company that HubSpot is, they have a lot of other software companies out there that are really interested to interact with them because they don't want to be left behind. So for that reason, we've got lots of native integrations. We've got lots of integrations that we can do from Zapier and the ability to have a platform where we can do custom integrations. Right. So although it's not the only software we use and it's not the only software that our customers use, it is the hub.
It's our central hub where
everything comes from. It is the central hub. It is the spot, the HubSpot of the hub. So, it's made our life great, and I really think it's going to make a big difference with our customers. And then when it comes to data, I know that, James, outside of being, working with a lot of the tech and working with our clients, strategizing and helping everything happen here at McGraw and with our clients, an integral part of what you do day in and day out is running a lot of our data operations. And, selling data that's used for various different things. In order to run a successful marketing campaign, in many cases, it starts with data, right? You got to have the right data set. Whether you're doing direct mail, whether you're doing email campaigns, whether they're opt-in leads for telemarketing campaigns, however it is that you're reaching those customers, it really all starts with data. Mm-hmm. And then, even if you already have your own database, it's about making sure that database is up to date, gap filling, enhancing that data, overlaying it with other data sets. You're back there like a magician in the back, stirring the stew in the cauldron, playing with all your magical games that you have back there, mystical things, building out these data sets. What's the secret sauce there?
Secret sauce with data? That's a big question to answer, and I think what really, it's not a one-size-fits-all simple solution that I can give you. What really comes to figuring out what works with data is saying, okay, like for instance, this company is doing mortgage sales and they're looking for data of people who are looking for mortgages. So these people are going to be home buyers. And then we have someone come to us, later on that says, hey, I'm looking for something that may be a good potential prospect for my solar business. Well, hey, we just sold all these new homeowners, bunch of data on all these people that are going to become homeowners. That would probably work for the solar purpose since solar is targeting homeowners. So it's finding ways that data that works for one application can be, cross-sold or used in another application. Mm-hmm. Sort of the way that I'd put it is marketing without data, so, putting out Facebook ads, billboards, whatever. It's sort of kind of like shooting a shotgun. You're going to spray this huge range that's going to go all over, and you might hit one thing that you want, but the rest of it's just going to be wasted. When you target with data, you can get so granular that, hey, I've noticed that all of my customers wear black shirts, buy this on Amazon, and own this. Well, okay, we have 1,000 people that match that exact description. Right. Let's only target those 1,000 people so that each penny of your ad spend is like an AR-15. It's going straight towards your target, and it's only going to hit your target.
All right, I get that. So I guess, instead of the shotgun approach, using the rifle, pinpointing your customers, making sure that you really understand and refine that customer base, your prospect, and then only going after that prospect. So optimizing the amount of money that you're spending, displaying ads if it's digital, or making sure you're not sending out pieces of mail to people that probably aren't interested in whatever service you're selling. Obviously you don't want to be offering Medicare insurance offers to a toddler, or someone with a toddler, let's say. Mm-hmm. A new parent isn't the person who you want to be selling Medicare insurance to. Right. They obviously don't qualify. So if you're sending out mail to that person, that's a total waste of money. not only on the data, but the pieces of mail that you printed, to the postage and everything. That would be very expensive. So I agree, having that really targeted data is paramount, and making sure you have a successful campaign from an ROI standpoint, and perfecting your cost per acquisition, which we all know the cost per acquisition is one of the most important things in having a successful campaign. Obviously you want a good return on investment, but you also need to make sure your CPA is in line with what you can afford to spend on acquiring a customer.
Right.
What are the main platforms that you're using today for managing this data and these data platforms? What are you typically using?
So I'm using Azure as the cloud database to house the billions of records that we own at this point. I'm using Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio to manipulate the data, pull the data files, stuff like that, run suppressions. I use Lead Capsule for API real-time data, input and output.
Right. And going to that through that API marketplace. So the people out there know we do have a marketplace where we're able to distribute leads in real time or on an age basis to our customers that are basically hotlines of people who in that moment or within a short period of time ago are looking for a product or service, specifically that product or service. And we can feed those out through a marketplace to our clients in real time, these leads. And that's, those are hot leads, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So in addition to Lead Capsule, using TrackDrive for call management for people that we're serving with inbound calls or warm transfers. HubSpot obviously is where I live to keep all that stuff and keep myself organized.
Yeah.
And then a lot of time in Excel still. Sort of kind of managing the data, making sure it's uniform, doing any data hygiene or cleansing. I sort of kind of all run through Excel still.
Gotcha. Well, that's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Okay.
And
still working.
Still working. And you've done a great job to build that up and continue to come from the base of what we had in the very beginning and really bring it all together. So, kudos to you, and we really appreciate all the work here that you've done to keep us going and moving forward and growing. And what's your favorite thing about working at McGraw?
That honestly is a very tough question to answer because there are a lot of things that I enjoy about this company. I'd have to say probably my favorite thing is just the creative freedom that you give us. I mean, if we think that there's something that could work or we want to try something new or experiment with something, you give us the ability to do that. There are a lot of companies that try and keep their employees in a box. This is what we do. This is how it's always been done. We're never going to change it. You have an open door policy where, hey, that actually sounds like a good idea. Let's try it out. And I think that is my favorite thing, is getting to experiment.
That's the whole point, right? I hire a bunch of smart people, young people that have, ideas and a desire to do something different. And I don't have all the answers. So that's what you guys are here for doing. You're here to help us grow, to help us scale. And I want ideas. I'm a pretty smart guy, I think. And I've got a lot of experience, but I don't have all the answers. And that's why I love to have an open door policy and have these ideas from everybody. So sometimes ideas are winners, sometimes they aren't. But we gotta at least have that forum where everyone can share ideas and we can pick ones that hopefully succeed. And we know that you gotta do A/B testing. You always have to be testing. You always have to be looking, striving to achieve, do something different, think outside the box. Find that little niche. It gives us that strategic advantage, not only for us, but for our clients.
Right.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us today on Swell. We're here to help you grow your business, riding the wave of success. And thank you, James Higbee, for being such an integral part of our company. And here's to many more years together, brother.
Thanks for having me
Thanks
here.
a lot.
Looking forward to it.
See you guys next time.